These days, more and more people are on the go or using their phones to get things done. That's why when it comes to a trading account, knowing your way around the mobile app can make or break you. In today's video, we're going to be taking you through the Ironbeam mobile app, what you need to know how to navigate that, and then how to place trades on the go. All right, so I'm going to make this as large as I can. I'm now on the App Store. I'm going to go and type in Ironbeam. It is going to be this logo right here. I already downloaded that, so you're gonna go ahead and download that and open it up. Then you'll log in with your account credentials. You'll come to what we have now as an example workspace. Now, before I dive into the example workspace and before I even potentially go to customize a workspace, I do want to let you know that this is actually very similar, once you get a feel for this, to how the desktop and the web platform operate. You're going to have essentially the exact same widgets here. It's just going to look a bit different, and the navigation is the other piece that you have to add to the puzzle when using the mobile app. But I do want to also mention, if you were to download on an iPad, which I have also done, your experience is going to be different than what you would on a mobile phone. So for example, on the iPad, it's actually going to be very, very similar, if not the exact same thing that you would see on the desktop app or on the web app. So if I were to open the example layout, you can see that right now on the screen, this is on my iPad. You have pretty much everything. You'll have to just resize and customize things, and I would recommend creating a different layout, but you can pretty much do everything on an iPad as well. The mobile app is where things are different. So just like on the desktop app, what you're gonna have is the example workspace option. And what I'm gonna go ahead and do is walk you through this really quick. So we've got the trading matrix, charts, advanced trader, account detail, order book fills, and then the options to add. The trading matrix is where we are going to be able to look into and see a bunch of pre-customized lists that Ironbeam has already created. You have the main list, and I can have a drop-down menu. I can edit, rename the tabs, close the tabs, remove those tabs, and move across the bottom and scroll across the bottom of our screen. And that will pop open these new tabs, which could be different categories, different watch lists, different sectors, different futures contracts that you're likely to trade. There's a settings gear icon at the top right, which you have options to customize colors and to customize those tabs, what is displayed and what is not displayed. Inside of each of those tabs, we can simply scroll across the top and we can move our way across to get access to additional information. We also have the options to buy, sell, to enter positions just like that. So for example, if I wanted to get in right now on the natural gas contracts, I click on buy and it will immediately open up an order entry form. And right here, we'll have options to edit this order and potentially submit this order if we so choose. Now, I don't want to take too much time of going through executing orders and the types of orders and all that. We've actually got a video already up here on the channel that we covered just recently, covering how to trade, the types of orders, and how you can execute those orders from Ironbeam. A lot of those carryovers will also carry over and play out on the mobile app in terms of the types of orders and what you'll have to do and what buttons you'll have to press to execute those orders. Opening up the charts widget, we have, again, a very similar looking chart to what we had on the desktop platform. But as I scroll down, grab this little arrow at the bottom, I can resize the chart. I can resize the indicators. In this case, I have the MACD pulled up. If I resize this, I can bring the MACD in smaller, bring the chart down bigger. And then as I scroll on the chart, I can move across the Y and the X axis. This way I can adjust the view. So for example, if I want to go to the daily charts here on the micro mini futures, I can adjust that to the daily time frame and then adjust how I'm viewing this chart from there. Same things, the gear icon to customize if we want to change up the time frames and maybe pick a time frame or a chart that we don't see here, we have the option to do so. And then this green little icon to the right of the gear icon, that is going to be our trading icon. Once that is selected, we'll have the options at the top of our screen. So if we want to get in and out of positions quickly from the chart, you can do so right here, which I would highly recommend, because a lot of problems that you'll see with a lot of mobile apps and mobile platforms is that you'll have to have an order entry page separate. So if you are someone who is on the go and using your phone and you want to get into a trade, you might be looking at a chart. The reason why you get in the trade is probably because of the chart. Now, if you see the chart, but then you have to go to a new page and open order, what if something happens? What if the chart changes? Or what if you're, looking on a short-term time scale and, there's volatility there? Well, things might change. And so having the chart right in front of you, being able to customize a time frame, and then let's say I want to zoom into the 5-minute chart and being able to enter positions based off of this by either buying the market, selling the market like that, and customizing my quantity, That helps a ton. Not to mention, I can also add my strategy, which we talked about in the last video. And that strategy could be really simple because I can have a bracket order set to where I open, where I enter a position, and it's automatically going to go ahead and put a stop loss and a take profit on. And then once I'm in, I'm in. I watch the chart, watch the orders pop up, and I'm good to go. So for example, I'm going to go ahead and buy the market here, buy one contract. Once I'm in, the orders will pop up at the top of our screen. Those will be order confirmations. Also, now we have an active P&L and live P&L on the chart. I can click the X on the position or on the live P&L to exit the order, exit the trade, and it will exit the trade. Okay, or I could have gone back up to the top and hit the sell market button as well, or exit or clear would be also options I could use when trading from the chart. Now, one more component that I do want to mention when it comes to the chart and actually trading inside of the chart widget, you'll have the option to tap on the chart. Let's say I want to buy if we came down to 4,300. If I tap down near 4,300, I can actually adjust the price to 4,300. And then let's just call it right there. It's close enough. And I have the options to buy limit or sell stop. So sell stop would be comes down, breaks below that, and then I get filled. Or buy limit, it comes down and I get filled in a sell, which means I'm playing like a breakdown, I'm shorting. And then buy limit would just be like a standard limit order down at that price. So I have the options to simply tap the chart and then tap buy limit, put my order in, and then I could move that as I need to. Click on the X and it will clear it. One thing to note is that in the top right, you'll have the options to adjust the quantity. So let's say I wanted to change this to, I don't know, let's go with 7 contracts. So 7 contracts is the quantity in the top right. If I was to click on above the chart and I wanted to do a buy stop, meaning, hey, if we started to break back to the upside, I want to play this maybe breakout range to the upside for whatever reason, buy stop, and it will say B7 at that price of the order, which stands for buy 7. S7 would be sell 7, okay? And then I can adjust that if I need to. Simply, easy, and all good. As long as one-click trading is enabled, you should be good to go. Click on the X or cancel or clear, and you're good to go. Indicators up in the top right is your option there. You can add indicators, boom, right in here, whatever indicators you would like that are offered, which I believe there's over 300 indicators offered on Ironbeam. You can go ahead and add those to your charts, and then they can be pulled up or customized as you see fit. For example, the MACD pops up as a separate kind of chart underneath, whereas let's say a VWAP would pop up on the charting platform. Over to the advanced trader option. Inside of here, it'll be very similar to the price ladder and to the depth of market that you'll have seen on the desktop as well. You'll have the options to add your strategy up at the top if you want to, or enable your strategy. You'll also have the options to buy custom quantities or to quickly access custom quantities. So for example, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, and 5, sorry. If I click on 5, it'll automatically adjust the quantity up in the top to 5. Let's say that I wanted to sell the market right now. If I'm going to go on the sell side and go market, boom, now we are in with a market sell. That red line is where our order or where our position currently sits. If I get rid of these order confirmations, we'll now have a live active P&L up on the top right next to where it says -5. That's my current position. We have minus or -5, or we're short 5 contracts right now of the micro S&P futures. Top left will be the option to change the futures contract that we are looking at and that we are placing orders on. So we'll go ahead right there. I can go and edit this if I want to. I'm fine with the micro E-minis for now. We're now up over 40 bucks. I'm going to now exit this position with that little button right in the middle. And now we are exited and we have the orders popping up on the app. So we are good to go. So just like that, there was our example of getting in and getting out. We can also enter orders on the screen. So for example, if I want to enter on the sell side with a sell limit order, customize the quantity, and then select a price that we want to enter our limit order. And then I'll have the option to put a stop order or a limit order before I go ahead and do that. I can also do that below as well. They'll give me the options to go ahead and do that. Say I want to put a buy limit order in, and then I can adjust this 5 up and down as I need to, or as I see fit if I want to. I don't want the order there. I'm going to go cancel all, get rid of that. Boom, we're good to go. And we are canceled. Honestly, I'm a big fan of how easy that was. Not many apps or not many brokerage platforms are going to have the same capabilities really on the mobile app that you would literally have on desktop. Usually things are a lot wonkier. This seems to work great, seems to work very easy. You just saw me get in and out of orders pretty quickly. From there, we have account detail. We have the order book and fills. So for example, if I go to the order book, I can see any working orders, or I can go to any complete orders and I can look through my trade logs and trade details. Fills would be where I got filled. If I want to open that up, hit in the plus, and then I can see all my fills, my quantities, my times, and all that good stuff. Now I can click on the plus and add different widgets. So we have the quotes widget, the depth, the charts, order book, fills, account detail. Those are all already there. You can also add time and sales. To be honest, my problem with this is that if you were to add time and sales, it's good if you want the data, but it's not going to be very easy to look at time and sales at the same exact time of getting into positions, which for the most part is where people are going to be using this more. So let's say I wanted to pull up the micro E-mini NASDAQs. I can pull those up and I can get time and sales right here. I can also customize that so I can see minimum trade size and whatnot, which we talked about in prior videos. If I want to only see trades that are larger than 10 contracts, I can customize that as well. So going back to the left, if I were to go to new, we'll have a workspace that I can title. Let's call it test. If I click on done, get started, we'll literally start with a blank slate that looks just like this. And I can go in here and I can add all of these widgets. Beyond what we talked about, there's the strategy options, spreads, alerts, watch list, statements, and even event contracts. You can add all of these things to the platform or to that home page so you can quickly access them as needed. Going back to our main layout or our main workspace section up in the top left, those three lines, we have very similar options here as well. I go to where it says settings. I can customize settings. I can increase the quote speed. I can enable one-click trading. I could also change the theme. So maybe I want the light theme, which is going to hurt my eyes, but I might want that. Click on save. And now we're going to see we've got a white background theme, which is totally an option for you. We can go down here. We have options to keep on sounds, to automatically reopen last workspaces when we close things out. But I'm going to go back to default and I'm going to go back to save this and I'm going to leave it as is. So there you have it. That is the Ironbeam mobile app platform. We went over some of the key features and we did some live trades to show you guys how easy it is to execute trades, visualize trades from some of the different widgets. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section down below. There also will be a link below this video. If you have not signed up for an Ironbeam account, it is free to do so, but you'll get some great rates on commissions and some of the other fees that are associated with futures trading if you sign up with the link below this video and use the code TC Trading. Thanks so much for watching. Thumbs up button, consider subscribing. Check out our other videos if you want to see more about Ironbeam, chart trading, and the desktop platform. We've got a playlist just for you. Thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.